Still in the UK, chilling.
Part 2.
Yep, with Broke Mogul, myself, skateboard, and the vocabulary, the violent vocabulary. The violent vocabulary
The voice of now.
that calls itself, the entity calls itself.
Skepta.
Yeah, on Othertone, tone. What was your friend's name? No, your friend that we talked about earlier.
Lukey.
Huh?
Lukey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I think the coolest thing is when I asked you about that track, that Afrobeat track
Yeah.
by, you said
Wizkid.
Yeah. Yeah. The feeling of that song felt amazing. What I like about the conversation is emotionally that song was therapeutic for you. That's what I love about music. I love the idea that, like, I mean, some people listen to music just to listen to music, and then sometimes, just like what he said, sometimes music just comes in handy, and it's giving you a feeling that you need to feel more of, so you just play it over and over and over again. And we take pride in the fact that, like, we're more than just like a sound show. We're like a kinesthetic show, tactile feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like a feeling show more than like sound show.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that. I love that, like, when you were going through a very serious time and tough time in your life, there was a song that kept delivering a feeling that you could only get from that song. And so that was by Wizkid, and what was the title of the song?
It's called Oju Elegba.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just it was weird because, like, I listen to so much music.
Yeah.
Like, so many different songs every day. Like, and when my friend passed, rest in peace, Lukey, when he passed away, it was just like, it was 2 songs actually. It was that song and Popcorn Jono. Popcorn's got a sick tune that was helping not just me but the whole hood, like everybody, because like some people are there, some people are, you know, the drivers of their gang. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the guys that, you know, people really kind of wait for him to shot call, you know. So when he passed, it was like the weirdest feeling in the hood. But you know, those songs we would literally just listen to them like on repeat for the whole day. Yeah, at the time Drake came to London to do Wireless, and when he was about in the hood, that was all we were playing. So it was like, it made sense just to do it rather than trying to release a single on something, trying to make money or capitalize on this hype, you know. Just put something out there for the people, and it's done more for the hood and Africa than we could have ever done, like, for something else. So
Awesome.
it's a beautiful thing. I don't know, music, man. I'm just so happy that I found the music, you know. I really find people that maybe can't dance or they don't feel music and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, I don't understand what I'd even do without music. I don't get my life without music. I don't understand what I'll do. What do you do? You know?
Yeah, I mean, because every memory has a sound to it. Has a feeling, has a sound, has a sight, a smell, a taste. But that's awesome that you have that connection with music, because it continues to give back to you.
Yeah, and it's just sounds.
Yeah,
That's the most amazing part of it all. It's just sounds. The same way a door shuts, the same way you know, anything in the world, the wind, everything, it's just a sound. But now there's sounds out there that can feed me,
yeah,
or take care of me emotionally, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just a sound. So yeah, I'm just happy that I found that music, man.
yeah. And shout to Wizkid, shout to Nigeria.
Most
They all listening right now. Shout to Africa.
Most definitely.
You know, one of the most resourceful places in the world.
I take pride in knowing that I'm Nigerian. Actually knowing that, you know, knowing where I'm from. So it's something throughout my career I've always tried to like push, whether it's like in a song or an ad-lib or, you know, a story that I'm saying on the song, like just really push about being like an English-born African child, you know. It was gratifying to put out that song with Drake and Wizkid, and just to feel that energy from Africa, for them to just smile, you know, smile, be happy, you know. People from where you're from are actually making nice moves and music and progressing, like, and just bringing good vibes to Africa. For me, like I could go tomorrow. I'm cool.
It's awesome when people are aware of how, like, lucky we are, you know, and especially when you're lucky enough to be able to do what you love to do. Like, that awareness is, you know, I know God's greatest gift to us is free will, but the second greatest gift to me is awareness of that, like understanding, like, whoa, okay, wow, I can, you know, it's super great gift. So to be, you know, as young as you are, how old are you?
No, I'm not young, bro.
Yeah.
33.
Yeah, you young.
Nah, man, I'm nearly 40.
Ah, man.
That was my birthday like 5 days ago, and I had a good birthday. And but there was something about my birthday this year that I realized, like every year I was celebrating my birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was celebrating the day that I was born. But this year I was celebrating the year.
Yeah.
I think you two just became best friends after you heard him say that.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I feel like that's exactly how he is too.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
And I only found out when people started doing it to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because at one stage, I always knew that I was good at music, but you know, setups and stuff is another conversation. But just the way that things are, I wasn't like assured. I wasn't like told like, yo, like carry on what you're doing. You know, like that's you. That's what you need to be doing. You are a star when you do that. Especially people that I admire, people that I listened to, you know, growing up, or people that I watched when I was growing up, or people I just wanted to meet. When them people are telling me, yo, Skep, that's sick. You know what I'm saying? It for me, I was like, wow, I would love to give that feeling to someone else, you know? Doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't have to be music. It could just be a talent that I see in someone. I'm like, yo, like, I always ask people, like most people who meet me, they'll say, why does Skepta always say, what's your plan? I always say that to people. So what's the plan? Like, what do you want to do? Because a lot of people don't ever ask themselves that, you know, what is the plan? What am I doing? What do I want to do? So yeah, it's important to me to like always like uplift people, man, because I remember how dark a place it is when, you know, you're trying so hard and like everything around you is acting like you don't exist, you know. So when I get the chance to, you know, shine light on someone and say like, yeah, you are amazing at what you do, I don't see why I wouldn't want to do that, you know.
What kind of hip hop in the United States do you listen to? Like the older stuff that you were saying that you would listen to, that you love?
I just listen to like just the stuff that everyone listens to. Like my first album, my dad bought it for me. It was on tape. I got Doggy Style, Snoop Doggy Style on tape, and I was more intrigued by it was the inlay. It was a tape, and you could open out the inlay, and it was like these dog drawings, and like he was like the dogs were selling like drugs to each other and stuff like in the inlay. And I remember looking at it thinking, wow, like this guy was on trial for something very serious at the time, and still, you know, they managed to tell the story in a way that people can enjoy. You know, we all watch Scarface, people have got chainsaws and stuff in the film. It doesn't matter, people still watch it and appreciate the artistry of it because it was told in a way. There's consequences, there's good graphics, there's good explanations as to why things are happening, and it's a true story. And yeah, I remember looking and listening to the whole Snoop project, that Doggy Style project, and thinking, wow, like someone's like, this guy's supposed to be blacklisted for the trial that he's on, but because of how they're telling the story and there's consequences and stuff, and he's talking about a lifestyle, it just cut through and it worked, you know. So yeah, that was the like hip hop album that made me really want to get into music and rap myself.
Yeah. Crazy. Snoop would love to hear that.
Yeah, man.
Have you ever met him?
Shout to Snoop.
Yeah, when I was in LA once, I can't remember what I was doing out there. I must have been working, doing something, and my phone just started, all my friends have started ringing me. I'm like, what's going on? Like, that's normally bad news, you get me? So I called one of them back, and he was like, brother, you seen your Twitter and whatever? I'm like, what? And I looked, and he messaged me like, DM me or nephew or something like that. And I was like, wow, like this is sick. And he invited me to a video shoot that he was doing, and that was it. He didn't call me for anything else other than that. He was just like, nice to meet you, like I like your stuff, come and chill. And we just chilled. But yeah, he's a nice guy, man.
He's the king. He's the king. He's the king. He's the king.
It's funny because like this is early, but I started listening to Project Pat when I it must have been 2000, must have been like 10 years ago or something. I started like hanging around like up the north of like England, like Manchester, and like the streets up there, like really, like, because in London, like you've got opportunities to maybe go on radio, you know, get your music career started, sports and different stuff, but like up north it's a bit still really greasy, you get what I'm saying? So up there they're really like in the streets putting in work, and like that's all they used to listen to, 3 6 Mafia. So when I was up there, that's the first time I got like a taste of it. I didn't hear of them like from back in the day, but I just liked, because obviously I was up there being on the streets and stuff with people. It was like you said, it was a soundtrack to my life. It just helped me justify the bullshit I was just thinking, you know.
What were some of the songs? Do you remember?
Player Haters for me, that was like the track.
There's something in the water in Manchester, by the way. Because last year, right around this time, is when I started my next album. And it was just coming out of the ground. It was like I started a track right before I went and, you know, did the show for Apple Music, actually. And then right after I came, after the show, went right back to my dressing room and like finished the track. And we didn't leave that building until like 1 a.m. after a show. It's crazy, but I just think it's something in the air in Manchester.
Yeah,
because they had that northern soul sound. That northern soul music that came from there, which was crazy. You know, and I seen a documentary on that, which was unbelievable. But it's crazy to still see music is still a very, you know, it still breathes there. It still comes out of the, still coming out of the ether.
It's crazy how life works. Is everything's balance, like balance. There's the good, the bad, the rough, the smooth, everything. So the same way I'm saying there's no opportunities in Manchester, what happens there is you start to get venues that only do small shows. And venues with small shows breed loyal, real cultural supporters. You know what I'm saying? Like rather than me going to like shows with like 2,000 people, 1,000 of them only come because they've heard one of my songs. You know, the other 1,500 of those know a few of my songs, but they like other people in my genre as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like areas that don't have, you know, like a thriving massive, like loads of opportunities for people, they tend to like play these small, tiny, intimate shows with people and just breed like real things that will get written in history books with like later on in time. It was something that really actually happened in the city, you know. So yeah, Manchester's definitely one of those places like you could just be around like on the town, just like walking around, going to different bars and find all sorts of stuff. And you're right, the vibe's just in the air. If you have it, they will definitely listen to it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shout to Manchester.
Special shout.
They won an Oscar, dude.
When they won the Oscar that night, I was at some of the Oscar parties afterwards, and they were holding it around at every party they went to. And he actually took meetings for like the next 3 or 4 months, and he always showed up to the meetings with the Oscar in their hand.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
See, now when I listen back, I can tell, because before I ever started rapping, I was producing. You know, I used to always like, I never used to write lyrics and stuff like that. It was like about 10 years ago, something happened in like the estate where I live, and like the police took all my records and stuff. They took everything that I had, like all my CDs, and like I didn't have no music because I was DJing for my brother JME before like anything.
Shout to JME.
Yeah, shout to JME, definitely. So, you know, like when this thing happened, and I used to just sit there like and just do nothing, and I turned back to the streets, and I was just like being on the streets, and then I met Wiley, you know, and he told me
shout to Wiley.
Yeah, shout to Wiley as well. And he told me to MC on grime music, because before I was just really like, even now I'm listening to this, I love the lyrics because they're super dark, but the beat like is that emotion in that beat for me. Like, it's sick how a producer that can't speak, like he doesn't get to say how greasy his hood is or how gangster he is, but he can make a beat. He can make a beat and make you feel like where his mind's at, you know. Right. And like just where I used to think that their minds were just in such a like appropriate place for where I was at the time in my head.
Wow.
Yeah. I love all that dark music.
It's been so long. I'm just trying to find a place to put it.
Bro.
Dark music.
Bro, trust me.
Okay. All right.
Trust me.
I go through phases where I just want to do like colorful stuff, you know, that has like the jazzier, you know, stuff that like feels good. And then there's just a moment where it just, you know what I mean?
Let it out.
You gotta catch it.
Mouth full of fronts and just.
Yeah, you have to catch it, man. And that's what's sick about music as well. Like, you catch it in like a minute moment of your life and storing it in a jar, you know, and I can be happy today, I can be completely in a different mood tomorrow, but I can capture both emotions. It's definitely in there. Like dark sounds, like they're in there and they're good. And I've also learned how to transfer the energy. So if I listen to dark music, it doesn't make me like, I don't start wanting to go back on the streets.
Right.
I can turn up to it, I can enjoy it, understand the place for it was made from and stuff like that, you know. That's why I think it's important as well to always pay attention to that, to your emotion when you're making a song, because I think like that's how you're going to get the best out of the song.
Well, that's what you're doing when you're writing. You're carving away at like the ether. You're carving the emotion. If the emotion is in a dark place, when you cut it out, that's what's gonna come out of it. And you're right. You know, someone's trying to do something happier or excited or whatever, and that's not what the mood is. You're never gonna catch that in the air. You can do it, but it's never gonna feel as authentic. People could feel when you're pulling from what's genuinely there. I feel like that's what people feel from your music. Like you pulling from how you really feeling at that moment.
You know, in the past 2-3 years, I've really concentrated on making the song for me. You know what I'm saying? Making the song for me to go in my car and listen to and drive around, to be therapeutic to me. You know, ever since I started working with that energy, all of a sudden, you know, things have started to get better for me. I've started to progress and move forward, and people have started to understand me more, really take my emotion and be like, yeah, okay, like, it is greasy, it is hard, but yeah, like, that's who it is, that's what it is, you know. And when my life changes and I start to move forward and be happier, then it's gonna change like that. But I still will have those moments where I always tap into it, you know.
Can you pinpoint any one song where you felt that happened, like the first time that happened to you?
I did a track called Ace Hood Flow. I think that was the one for me, because stuff was getting really radio based in London, especially all the MCs that came from the underground, spitting about what they want to spit about. Stuff started getting very like about the radio. If the radio played it, it was good, rather than what we were making it for before, you know. So I was trying to just get back to the raw side, and just getting back into listening to different, you know, underground rap and stuff like that. And everybody was doing this Ace Hood flow, this and I was like, why is everyone doing this? Like, every single person's doing it. So I wrote this track, like, and it was funny because I've got many friends in rap that do it as well. So I thought, I'm going to be burning like a mad bridge if I bring this song out. But I released it, you know, I put it out, did a video to it. And yeah, it changed the game, man. Like, it changed the game because people stopped doing it in London, you know. People started to like get back onto the original again, rather than trying to copy like what everyone else was doing. And it just got really lost. And I remember putting it out thinking, wow, like, it's more than like a song, it's more than like, this is a message, this is my emotion that I'm putting out to people. And they're like, what? Because you got to remember, no matter what we think, like our human body, or I like him, or he's an idiot, or whatever, we've all got like this one voice at the back. I shouldn't even say at the back because I put mine at the front, but we've got this one voice in our head that's talking at all times. Whether like you're doing something bad, in your head it's talking, saying, why are you doing that? But your body's like, oh, shut up, man, like, I'm gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? And like, really like aligning to that, and saying to myself, wow, I'm talking from like my from inside my conscience, and it's reaching people. You know what I'm saying? And that, for me, once I realized that could happen, is that all I have to do? I was like, is that all I have to do? And I was like, that was it. I just kept hitting it. Next one I dropped is another song called Castles. I just kept like hitting them with bare emotion from my mind, you know what I'm saying? And then like, it's got so far that now I'm just floating, you know.
You're inspiring people right now, just so you know.
Yeah.
You're lifting them super high. You're lifting so many people right now, lifting them. This is what so many people want to hear. They want to know, should I be listening to that voice in my head? Yes. This guy is a walking success story and product. byproduct of just like listening to that inner voice.
Yeah, it's the inner monologue we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's like, it's who you are. Everything else is what the world and the media is feeding you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's their standards, but your own standards are your own, and your own voice is that's what makes you different, because no one else has your voice inside you. So it's like them hearing you, loving your music, loving what you're doing, watching your ascension, like they loving this right now. Trust me, Twitter's gonna be on fire about just, they're gonna be thanking you. They're gonna be thanking you, and they're gonna be loving you even more.
I'm privileged to be able to preach the message.
Yeah.
You know, I'm privileged to be able to say it, because now I'm freestyling. Before, if I would have made it, or I shouldn't say made it, if I would have become successful in music doing something that wasn't me, now I have to keep up with something, you know. Now I have to chase. Now I have to be like, oh, what's that thing that made me me? Then I've got to keep referring back to that. But now, my enlightenment that I've had, you know, is come from myself. Yeah, it's come from myself, and it's actually happening inside me. So now I just float, you know, and I just make sure, and I'm around my friends, like, just tell them, and always trying, like, bro, you're a star, you know, find it, because once you walk that, it's that's it. My mum hates when I talk about death, yeah, but I used to always wonder why Biggie Smalls called his album Ready to Die. I didn't get it until the first time I said it to myself. When you live at one with yourself, at peace, in line with your mind, you go anytime. Because anybody who comes, my friends, my manager, my sister, my mum, anybody that comes in contact or speaks to me, they will know exactly what I think, they will know exactly what I want them to do, and everything's clear. There's no mixed messages. I'm good to go with anyone that I ever meet in my life, you know. And it's just, I'm blessed, proud, grateful, all those appreciative words to be able to, like, see this, because, you know, where I'm from, like in the hood and stuff, like, people don't ever get to this part. It's either like jail or death. Like, before they ever get to realize they're a star, they're gone, you know. It's taken from them. So I just owe it to the people, I think, sometimes.
You lifting them, brother.
Yeah, bro.
You lift them, bro. You are lifting them.
It's
it's awesome.
Just so everyone knows, we asked you to bring in some music.
I got told to bring in music that my friends didn't know that I listened to.
Yeah.
That was kind of hard, because I always like play music like in my car with my friends, but I have like a few secrets. Most of the stuff, because I produce music as well, so most of the stuff that I listen to is not really for like rap skills or stuff like that. It's more for the production.
I heard some of your beats, by the way. Fresh.
Thank you. This track's Sam Frank, Simple Life. There's a manual fade down.
Dreaming
Smooth.
Crazy.
Smooth.
That's fresh, bro.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, man. I can't remember where I first heard that. I remember hearing it and thinking, what? You know, like, as a producer, you listen to songs, it comes on, you're like, oh, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I get it.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. At no point, like the next bar comes and he just jumps out.
Does he do all of his songs in vocoder?
Sorry?
Does he do all his songs in vocoder?
Not all of them, but he does like quite a few. That's his style. Like, that's his whole style.
That is so fresh.
Sam Frank, man. That guy's he's a genius, man. I've literally watched him like cook up like soundtracks. Like, you'll be like, wow, that's a movie straight away. But he's not, I don't know. It's beautiful to see, because he doesn't know it, you know. He doesn't know it. Like, he's just really free in his mind, and he just carries on doing him. And like, it's sick. It's sick to watch.
He's amazing. I'm happy you played that.
Yeah, man. That's the
last time I was moved like that by a song was Thundercat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fire. And then you gotta.
He's got the sound, like,
when I first heard it, it took me to try it. I thought it was something. Q-Tip, I thought Q-Tip had given you something that I'd never heard before, and I was freaking out. And then he starts singing. I'm like, whoa, who's this? That was a gem. That's how I feel about that Sam Frank song. Mm-hmm. What was the name of it?
Simple Life.
Simple Life.
Yeah.
And you had a song called Simple Life, right?
Yeah, because that same track, there's an instrumental section in it, so I looped it and I just freestyled it for it on my mixtape.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's how we met, actually. He heard that I did it.
Oh, so you did it before you even met him?
Yeah. I heard the song and I was like, yo, I was listening to it, and as a rapper, you know, you wait for the instrumental section. I was listening to it thinking, I hope there's an instrumental section in here because I want to murk it, and then it just came on.
Yeah, Sam Frank, you're special. That's crazy. That's like 3 years old. Simple Life.
Yeah, it's an old track.
What else you got?
Yeah, I recently did like a small tour on the East Coast in America. I don't even know sometimes I don't know what it is about music. I can't explain it, but I don't know what it is. But we literally listened to this song for the whole tour, like no other music. It was on repeat for the whole tour. And yeah, it's just like, as he said, like soundtracks to stuff. Sometimes stuff just fits. Like you don't know why it fits. What's the reason? Like,
do you remember where you heard it the first time?
When I got there. Yeah, when I got there.
Just like on the radio or something?
No, my friend, like, he came to my hotel room to welcome me back. We was just chilling, and then he put on his playlists, and this song came on like just when it started, like as soon as it started.
Yeah.
I was like, how, like, yeah, there's some real emotion in this song, man. It's there.
All right, let's play it. Tame Impala, New Person, Same Old Mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm into that Tame track, man. Simps or not, guitars or not. I like the guitar stuff. I really like Why Won't You Make Up Your Mind. So I was supposed to have 5. This was okay. Yeah, this is my song.
What is it about his production that people who really know music love so much?
I was sitting here just now thinking what it is. Because I feel like if I'm playing a song, I should have some kind of explanation to why I'm playing it. I don't know why I like this song.
I feel like the textures that he uses, like the particular sounds he uses, and then he plays these harmonics that you wouldn't expect to hear through those things. So it's just like so fresh. You know, it's like a pink hoodie. It's the juxtaposition makes it pop.
It almost reminds me of the vocal version, the way he produces, of what Kendrick did on that one track with Buddy. Where he layered it on all the different levels, and we didn't know what he was doing when he was doing it. Yeah, like I don't think he could do that song live. No, that verse was sick, and I don't think anyone's heard it.
That's gonna stay in my playlist for the rest of my life, I reckon.
This is the track I was referring to that Pharrell produced. The way Kendrick did this verse, we were all like freaking out when he was doing it in the studio because we didn't know what he was doing. He was doing like different layers of the verse before actually spitting the whole verse. It's crazy.
Sick.
But the way he did it, he like would record one piece of it, then another piece, then another piece.
I could hear it.
Yeah, and then it all came out, and you're like, what just happened? But didn't he do it in like 30 minutes? Like, and the way it all went down is he heard Pharrell was just playing him some of the stuff he's been working on, and the artist who has the first verse on there, which we'll play, but Kendrick goes, I need to get on this, right? And then what he said, he's like, do you mind? Can I get on this? And he was like, it's up to him. And the artist said, yeah, of course. And then they just did a song together, and that's how it happened. 30 minutes.
Yeah, he does have a particular style of how he raps, you know. And now you've explained it, what he did, I can hear it. Because whenever I listen to him, I always hear like some underlying, like, underneath. You know what I'm saying? He's always got like a lower, you know, version of what's going on underneath. So yeah.
Another Gemini. He takes advantage of the sound space.
I was going to say that. Like, that's good for a rapper to actually, you know, proper, like, be into that. And
to even think about music that way is incredible.
Can he produce music?
I don't think he produces, but he knows what he wants in the room.
Yeah.
Like he says, I need it like this, I need it like that. But I haven't been there when he's worked with people to really know exactly how he operates. But the few times that I was there, he seems like he has a very strong point of view how he wants it, and you can hear it in his music.
Yeah, that was sick.
He doesn't make very many mistakes, in my opinion. Like technically,
he's definitely got that.
I think that's important in all art, is having a strong point of view.
I wish I had better stories to the songs that I'm choosing, man. There's just no stories.
No, it's good enough.
This is great.
Your own story was enough.
Yeah,
that's enough.
Like, I was like,
it makes all this other music make sense. By the way, yeah, like it works we completely understand why
I
you
can
like
hear
all
it.
this music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beauty of the show is we're just hanging out, listening to music together.
Cool.
That's,
Good. So the obligation of me explaining is gone.
no. Don't even
Nice.
worry
All
about
right.
it.
So this one, basically, I was just like, I must have listened to one song, and YouTube's got this really annoying thing that it does. It just plays the next song and plays the next song. But this time it wasn't annoying because the right song came on, and I was just lying there, and then like I said, there's no story. I just heard it, and as soon as I heard it, I bought the whole album. Basically, it's John Mouse, Time to Die. Another Manual Fade.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that lead sound, like how it's so loud but not.
Yeah.
It's not a headache.
Yeah, it's hypnotic.
Yeah, I just when I first heard that was what caught me straight away. I think like that. This must be my love for like computer games, like growing up in like the 80s, 90s, like playing Sonic and stuff like that. Just sounds, melodies like that. You know. Yeah, they always catch me because a lot of music now is very bass heavy. You know, it's very bass heavy. It's not that melodic. It's all about, just tearing out the speakers and people moshing, But I grew up in a time when there was like polyphonic ringtones and Nokias and stuff. You need to be able to play like a melody to make a ringtone, And a lot of the music out right now, it's like the rapper makes it, or the singer makes it. The actual instrumental doesn't have a melody. It's just a bass in like one long, like just as flat, So yeah, anything with like melody that I could probably one day back in the day be able to make as a polyphonic ringtone on my Nokia 3310, like them kind of melodies always stick in my head. Just any kind of block, like lyric block, barriers. Anytime that I see a block, it's because I'm like, oh man, maybe it's not like, I'm not ready for that, or it's not for me, or I don't deserve that kind of thing. But
all walls have an ending. They have a peak, they have a floor. You can either go around the left, go around the back, dig yourself under, or climb over. All walls. And the biggest one, the craziest thing is it's a wall that you put there. God ain't put it there. Them haters ain't put it there. People who love you ain't put it there. You put it there. And all you have to do is tell yourself, actually, I deserve to be on the other side. So in this instance, you would just say to yourself, you know what? I deserve to learn how to play guitar or piano. And a year from now, I'm going to be nice. And that's me being like super modest about how nice you'll be is in a year. I'm telling you right now, with the way that you already play, with your know-how, like your navigational skills as a producer, the first month you're gonna be making chords. The first month, the first week. As soon as you learn one chord, then you'll realize, oh, when I shift my fingers and do another combination, that's another chord. And then you're gonna learn, and you're gonna get hooked on them, and you're gonna be playing those same chords a lot because you're getting the feel for it. But then you just start to continue to diversify your chord vocabulary, and in a year you will be a monster. And with all the ambition that you have, because as grimy as your music is, no one would ever know how deep the story is, and they realize where your stuff comes from when they hear you talk. All of that is going to manifest and come to fruition through your playing. So all of that heart, all that story, all that feeling you got, it's gonna go into your chord.
That what I was saying earlier about 3/6. Wow. All right. I'm gonna remember that, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You gotta do it.
I don't know if I could be a guitar player. Maybe I could. I would love to learn the keys. That's what I'd love to do, the keys. And like just be playing while I was like rapping and stuff like that. Like just take it to the next level, because I know that I'm different. Like I'm not. It's annoying, isn't it? Like when you make beats and you rap, but you're different, but you're still put in the same boxes as every other rapper and stuff like that. Like
you will be freeing yourself.
And something inside me's fighting. Like every time I'm on stage, I'm like, nah, man, they're taking me for a rapper, man. I don't want this. No matter what music I listen to, I'm influenced. It doesn't come out. you know. But
that's your escape. That you're gonna liberate yourself. Because you will be able to express yourself in a way that, like, currently for you it feels like a block. For you it feels like there's a limitation. You will be limitless. Just
and all the trial and error that you'll be able to do on your own time, you know?
Yeah.
Not depending on someone else to make something that is their interpretation of you. It'll just be that inner voice you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, and I'm going to give it a go. That's what I'm taking from today. I like to take things.
All right, y'all heard it first. You hear it first.
Yeah, bro.
This guy is he's, from what it sounds like he's only giving you guys 10%. Which feels like 100%, but creatively he feels like there are other colors.
Yeah. There is I'm definitely not at my peak.
And you want me to prove it to you? You said polyphonic. Poly meaning many. So you said you always hear different notes. So even in your vocabulary, it's coming out that, like, there's other ways that you really want to express yourself.
Yeah.
You said polyphonic. So those are your own words.
Yeah.
We ready with that? We ready for that freestyle, Mike? Othertone.
Shorty, I be flying high.
Yeah.
I be flying high. Shorty, I be flying high. New York. I be flying high. Shorty, I be flying high.
Yeah.
You ain't up on my level. Discipline, please don't reply.
Listen. Most of the time I'm calm, but right now I got the devil in my palm. I know I said that I wear sunglasses at night, but tonight I need to see Wagwan. Wanna see somebody drop to the ground. No civilians, no doctors around. Who said life is priceless? So far your life cost me £1. One phone call and a 10p text. All of my man them link up quick. We don't care what ends he reps. When I said it, should've known it weren't any old rhyme. Got a couple killers that are never online. Might see the shadow in a video of mine. Standing behind the camera with a director ready to shoot an MC one time.
I be flying high, shorty. I be flying high. I be flying high, shorty.
Othertone.
I be flying high, shorty. I be
Skepta.
If you ain't up on my level, discipline, please don't reply. Bye.
Somebody's gonna get murked. Spoke to my mum, but that didn't work. Counted to 10, but that didn't work. Oh, this ish, man, I'm putting in work. Switch them plates when I'm going on a ride. Black belly on and I look like a fly. Give mumsy a kiss, tell her you be home soon. Come to the gate when I pull up on the drive. I don't care if it's raining or not. We get chased by feds, everybody in the car better know that I'm failing to stop. Cause like Luis Suarez, these police love taking a shot. But an enemy violated the squad. So I'm off albums, all my mixtapes in the shop. Real G's don't procrastinate on the job.
I be flying high, shorty. I be flying high.
Hey.
I be flying high, shorty. I be flying high.
Hey.
I be flying high, shorty. I be flying high.
Hey.
If you ain't up on my level, discipline, please don't reply. Bye.
Danger. Tell these babies there's no space in a manger. Anybody get rude, I'll send for the head top rearranger. I see.
Wow.
Real greasy.
Wow.
Skepta.
UK stand up.
I think he had 4 more bars left.
He did. He sounded like he had 12 more.
It made me sound very professional.
Yo.
The way it was going down. Thanks very much.
Listen.
Quick bars.
Listen.
Wow.
Listen. Violent vocabulary.
Yeah, man. Very violent. Very original and very authentic and organic.
Integrity.
Wow.
Nice. That's all I could say.
That was great. That was great.
It's hammered it. I don't know, man. You just represent so much to so many people. And it's awesome because the whole world is listening right now. The whole world is listening to you.
That's it.
And you lifting so many. You lifting so many people that look up to you and so many people who are discovering you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's been lifted by, like, your message of just, like, listening to that inner voice. And you just being, like, the walking, like, sum of a person who was presented with that problem. Like, should I listen or should I not? And when you do, the result, you're like the walking result. So it's awesome to have you on the show right now.
Privilege, man. I'm blessed, man. You know, it's especially with what you said to me today. I'm gonna take that and, like, make it manifest. Like, it has to sit in my head. You know, just really understanding that you deserve it. You know. Because that's the craziest part. As big-headed as it sounds, I always knew maybe, okay, whether I knew that I was going to be successful or not, I always knew this is what I wanted to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Forget I was going to be big or I was going to be successful. I always knew this is what I wanted to do, but I didn't think that I deserved it. You get what I'm saying? I didn't think I was worthy of it. I thought that I had to do other stuff, you know, to make it happen, you know. So, yeah, like, everybody listening, everybody who ever hears this, anybody who ever, you know, in any walk of life, like, if there's one thing I've learned, it's definitely about just listening to that inner voice, and it never leaves you. It doesn't matter. You go to sleep at night, you try and tell it to shut up, it's still talking. You know what I'm saying? It's always talking to you. And like, yeah, just try and tap into that, man. Like I said, let's change the saying of, you know, listen to the voice at the back of your mind. It's not at the back of your mind. Like, put it to the front. You know
That's right.
Put it in front, make it lead. You know, all the other stuff's irrelevant. Like, that stuff can wait. You know, who you like and who you care, who's annoying you, or what you need to get, or, you know, your wants and stuff like that. Like, that can go at the back. You know, the voice that's talking to you is telling you what you need. You know, so just follow it, man, and, you know, find your star inside yourself. Like I always end all my interviews, just find it, man.
That's big. From Nashville to Nigeria.
Wow.
California to Cape Town.
Wow.
You know, that's real. That's
Well,
really real.
this was a great episode.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the UK. It was so much fun.
Othertone. You're not going to hear it get said like that many times.
Yeah.
Othertone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
All
tribute
right.
to Skepta.
Thank you.
Othertone, tone.
Othertone.
This is awesome.
This was great. And thanks to
Thank you.
Jamie Woon also.
Yeah. Big shout out to Jamie Woon. Great album.
Great album.
Shout out to Sam Frank.
Wow. As well.
Yeah. Simple Life is it's a great song.